Hi Maria, my name is James. I'm going to be your nurse today. Okay, I'm going to just do a couple vital signs and then I'm going to ask you a couple questions if that's okay, right? Alright. Is it alright if we have to do the questions now? Some of them are kind of personal. Are you okay with answering some personal questions? I'll let you look at the questions too so we can kind of go through it together. How's that sound? Alright, so our first question, in general, how would you describe your relationship?
Well, I just have to be in it.
Okay. And I'm assuming this relationship's with Esteban?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he your boyfriend or your husband?
My husband.
Your husband? Okay. So would you say there's a lot of tension or no tension or a little bit? Some?
A lot. I wanted to go to school and he doesn't want me to.
Okay, so you'd like to go to school. What do you want to go to school for?
What's your name?
Just to be smarter.
Okay. All right. Well, do you and Esteban work out your arguments with some difficulty, great difficulty, or you just have no difficulty at all?
It's really him making the decision.
Okay. Would you say that's difficult for you, if it's him making the decision, because you might not have to say?
Well, I want to go to school and he doesn't want me to.
Okay. So you would kind of say there's some difficulty with those decisions and arguments. Okay. Do your arguments that you and Esteban have ever make you feel down or bad about yourself?
Well, I mean, I'm probably causing them.
You think you're causing them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you say you'd feel sad after those?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one who wants to go to school and he doesn't want me to, so.
Do your arguments ever result in hitting or kicking or any kind of punching?
Hitting, no. Just, I'll try to leave and he'll grab on me.
Where does he grab you? Just in, okay. Does it, when he grabs you, does it leave a bruise or hurt?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Do you ever feel frightened what your partner says or does? Does he ever threaten you or anything like that? Okay. Would you like to tell me anything that he says, or just want to skip that question? Okay. Has your partner ever abused you physically? I know you said he grabs you. Does he ever do anything else?
I paid for classes and he ripped up all my papers, and I just don't like to be around him.
So would you say that that happens often? I know you said like this main scenario was from you wanting to go to school, but in other parts of your relationship, does he ever get physical? Does it happen often or just sometimes? Often? Okay. Has your partner ever abused you emotionally? Okay. What about sexually? So that was just some of a couple of the questions I just wanted to ask you. Thank you for talking with me. I know it's a personal subject, it's kind of a hard thing to talk about. I heard you say that he doesn't want you to go to school. What is his reason for that?
Doesn't want me learning anything.
Okay. So I see that you actually have a couple bruises on you. Do you mind telling me what those came from?
I tried to leave the house after he ripped my papers, and he didn't want me to leave. It's my fault for trying to leave.
So, do you ever feel in danger when you're at your house often? Sometimes you feel in danger. What about, are you worried about your kids? You're worried about your kids? You're worried about your kids' safety? Is there anything else that you would like to talk about, like to tell me? Okay. Do you mind if we kind of make a little, like, it's called a safety plan? So it's kind of talking about, you said those times that you do kind of feel like you're in danger or you feel like your kids are in danger. This is kind of a plan that might help you get out of those dangerous situations. So I'll kind of go over some of them, and you can look at this too, just so we can both read along. So you can think of a safe place to go if an argument occurs. We say to avoid rooms with no exits, like your bathroom. You don't want to go in your bathroom because there's only one door. Or rooms like with weapons, so in the kitchen you would have like a knife or anything like that. There's also other places you can go if you're capable of getting outside of your house. I know you said you tried to before, but he didn't let you. But if you are able to, there's clinics that allow women to come and they can bring their kids, and if they feel threatened, they can go and sit in them until they like to go home, or sit there until they want to deal with the scenario. So another thing you can do is think about and make a list of safe people to contact. Do you know any people that you would usually contact if you and Esteban got in an argument?
None of them live around here.
None of them live around here. Okay. Do you have any way of contacting them, like with the phone?
He monitors the phone.
He monitors your phone. Okay. So we also say to keep change with you at all times, just because it's kind of like a safety thing. They can be used like to protect yourself. We say, and also we mainly say to use it to call people. I know you said that it's hard if you don't have anyone to call, but if there is a scenario where you feel really endangered, you can find a payphone and use that change to call 911. And then memorize those numbers, but I know you said you didn't kind of have any. But once you do, either memorize them or you can put them on, if you have a phone or an iPod, you can put them on that, or you can just try to remember them. You can establish a code word or a sign that you would use like with your friends. Do you have any friends that would help you out in these scenarios? You do? Okay. Well, maybe if they have a phone and you have a phone, you could text them a code word that's kind of...
None of them understand.
None of them understand? Why do you think they don't understand, if you don't mind telling me?
I've tried to tell them the bad things that happen, and they just say I need to be with them because he's my husband.
So another thing we talk about doing is you can think about what you will say to your partner if he or she becomes violent. So if you do want to say something back to Esteban, then try to think of it beforehand of what you would say in a certain kind of scenario. That way you're not acting on anger and saying something that you don't really mean. So if you leave the relationship or you're thinking of leaving, you should take important papers and documents. A lot of people will say to take pictures of their important documents, like your driver's license, your social security. You can take pictures of it. I know you said Esteban dislikes to look at your phone, but you can just tell him it's for your paperwork in case you ever have to go to the hospital, like you're here today. You can say you have all that paperwork together on your phone, and that might be a good excuse to have that together. Any kind of like proof of insurance or your credit cards or any documentation of any past abuse or anything like that. So, I heard you say that you think a lot of your friends don't understand